and welcome to Dario's Comic School, and today we take a look at Greg Capullo. Not a particular comic, although I have the Creech here, I have a XForce issue, and I have Angela, the Spawn spin-off. All comics by Greg Capullo. So, with this series, I'm not reviewing a certain comic. This is called and will be put in the playlist. How do we call it? Comic Artist Spotlights. Greg Capullo, this one. So, let's take a look at Greg Capullo and why it's great. I don't know, maybe this video will be found today, tomorrow, or maybe in a few years by somebody who wants to learn about comics, and hopefully my channel will be a guiding light. Well, Greg Capullo, always been here, will stay here. Where did he begin? What's his thing? I don't have a Spawn comic right here on me, or a Batman Court of Owls. He delivers always great art. I have older issues from X-Men, but, well, I would tell you play the cover band. Like in music, as you can see here, you learn a lot from playing other people's songs. You learn a lot by covering and by learning theory and by learning moves. It's not just one skill, it's many skills. So what Greg Capullo has mastered is he has mastered anatomy, and then definitely, I don't know who his influences were, but yeah, he studied those who came before him, and you should too. Like Quentin Tarantino said, I didn't went to movie school, which I went to movie school and it was cool, but he went to the movies, and you should go to the comics, to other artwork, and study from whatever draws or floats your boat. So, Greg Capullo, what makes him great? Well, I don't know. I cannot categorize him very much like I can maybe with Frank Miller and Mike Mignola, but Greg Capullo has a good skill set. He always delivers. We'll see a couple of drawings here, which may be a bit wonky, but he has a great sense of movement. He's a hardworking guy. He has a good style, I guess the Greg Capullo style. Like, as you can see here, the faces maybe ain't that pretty, but it does it. And from the early days, he definitely understood comics, that it's a visual medium, that you need to kick ass. His faces are kind of cool. I mean, lately I'm watching or seeing a lot of old school comics from the 90s, and a lot of them are really, really wonky. Some of them might even be ugly, and Greg Capullo doesn't deliver ugly panels. I mean, look at this. I mean, sure, it's inked, it's colored. We have to give credit where credit is due too. Let's see if we can see here the credits. Colors, Jevons and Bucciolato, which I love. Inks, Mary Candelario. Okay. But yeah, pencils also very important. Inks also very important. So, but yeah, he delivers great stuff. This is older work from when he drew X-Force, and I don't know what I can say about these panel borders, but as you can see, the babes look pretty. I don't know if he's looking at Silvestri or if from who he's learning, But as you can see, oh, wait a second, it's not. Yeah, here it is. Like this babe is really hot. The pose is amazing. She looks gorgeous. The men look bold and buffed, and great artwork. And this is one of his earlier works. And how do I say? I cannot really categorize his work because I don't know. Maybe he has some Jim Lee in him and other stuff, but and what he has a cartoony style. He has a cartoony look to it, but he also has a very realistic look, and that makes maybe up for the Greg Capullo style. Let's jump to another comic. But yeah, I truly love his characters. Like maybe a bit Jim Lee-esque, but I have to say Jim Lee is kind of stiff, and Greg Capullo seems to flow a bit better. I don't know how to say it, but I guess that Greg Capullo doesn't fear changing up things, and yeah, here a comic, The Creech, which he created, #1. Sometimes he can get really detailed. Yeah, what do I have to say? But it's cool. Problems with my autofocus. Sorry for that. But he has his Greg Capullo flows. Like, look at this. Like at the beginning, he has this like very artistic 1993 Greg Capullo, and then he gets the kinda Todd McFarlane-esque Mickey inked. But look at this. Like, this is really, it's flowing like somehow like French cartoonist, like really it's living. I don't know how to say, but he delivers definitely some, and this is more like his Spawn era stuff, and very detailed, very small, sometimes a bit rough, but he definitely is building a movie. And these panels are really tiny, as you can see, a 9-panel grid. But yeah, he kinda has this realistic, dark and gritty, cartoony look, and I love it. For me, this is comics, and it feels, I don't know, I have to say, kind of French, European. I don't know who he was looking at, but yeah, I don't know. I can feel definitely the Greg Capullo. And if you get some spawns in your hand, like you see it and you can distinguish it. But his style changes a bit from the early days, which I have a few X-Mens, to these days where he gets a bit more darker, grittier. I think he absorbs the Todd McFarlane Spawn style, which is sometimes, I don't want to call it a bit sloppy, but you know, all this cross-hatching and all this stuff, and yeah, but it's not bad. I truly love it. And cartoony faces, but also very detailed, and he gets the stuff always right. He always delivers. I guess I have never seen a panel that doesn't look right. I mean, I try always to deliver great art, but if you watch my comics, some things are wonky because I don't know what I'm doing, and Greg Capullo is not guilty of that. He definitely took his time, and he puts in the time, and he has truly great work ethics, which I don't know how he does it, but he does it, and he's a freak. And maybe you can become a freak too, like if you take your vitamins and if you study anatomy and you stay at it, yeah, maybe you can develop something like this too. And what do I have to say? Like, Greg Capullo, definitely a sight to be seen. Like his Creech. I guess I will show you a bit of Angela, and then we'll wrap this up. Look at this. I just have a glare. I cannot get it the right way. Come on. Beautiful page. But yeah, I cannot explain really the Greg Capullo style, but I hope you can see it. Like, the glare is interfering, but it's really strong. It's not stiff. You feel Greg Capullo drawing here, and you feel something. I don't know what I have to say. Like every stroke, like somehow he's feeling the bit. He's definitely like, there is some rage and emotion here, and you can feel it. It's not a stiff line. It's not a technical line. I mean, I do love some of the Jim Lee drawings in comics, but this feels very organic, very bold, brutish. And if you know Greg Capullo, he kind of also looks a bit like a bodybuilder, but he's a very nice guy. I guess so. And there's a great episode on Fat Man on Batman where he's interviewed, and you really should check out his story. Like, this is Greg Capullo. And then later for the Batman, he changes a bit. And this is, I guess, a bit of his later style. Here is a bit spawny. And yeah, what do I have to say? Maybe we will review some of his comics, like the Angela spin-off is really fun. But in the first episode, he's inked by somebody, I don't know. And where he truly starts to shine is in this episode. And here he needs a proper inker, and then he starts feeling really good. Like, yeah, I don't know. Cartoony, but also very realistic. Really beautiful babes. Because sometimes Frank Miller and Mike Mignola do not deliver really beautiful babes. But Greg Capullo always delivers. Great scenery. He doesn't skip backgrounds. He puts in the work from all angles, and yeah, he needs to be commended for that. So I will stop now the review and know that yeah, Greg Capullo is always fun, and it's worth studying him. Yeah, sometimes play the cover band, draw like him, study him, soak him up, and don't worry too much about your style, because like you will soak up the people you love, and your own style will develop, and you will, I don't know, maybe draw intuitively or find your own way. So let's finish this and see ya on the next artist spotlight. Maybe Art Adams or J. Scott Campbell. See ya.